Hey everyone, it says insight number 5. Now, section 34, we're not going to go into, it's a wonderful mission call to Awesome Pratt. And he's just 19. So, yeah, like our missionaries are 18, 19. He was young too. Um, and he's Pali P. Brat's brother. So, he's only been baptized, I think, 6 weeks before. But yeah, so that's him going his mission call, and it's a beautiful section, and he's a good man. So read that one. We're not going to go into that one, although there's some powerful things in there. So please go read it. And we're also not going to cover section 36, although that's in there too. That's given to Edward Partridge. Now he's another amazing person that you want to go read about, and his has some powerful words in there too that we can bring into our lives about how we live every day and how we can bring others to Christ, how we can be effective missionaries, powerful and change making covenant people. There's some really good advice in there. It's just that I didn't feel impressed to touch on either of those. But go read them, really cover them off because they're just awesome words, and you're going to find something in there that's going to make you feel like, yeah, I can do this. So do that. And also read about those people too, even if it's just on Wikipedia, which might not be entirely correct, but it will give you some information. Yeah, especially on Edward Partridge, because he's as I said, he's a really good dude, and good story. Yeah, you'll like that one. I think there's something in the Come Play Me menu, but don't quote me on that. Have a look anyway. Go have a look. I might even link it. I don't know if I can do that. Anyway, so we're going to go to section 35. I am talking way too much. Sorry, my mind's now just spinning. This is Sidney Rigdon's call. Sidney is amazing, and I love Phoebe, as I said earlier. I love Phoebe Rigdon. I did not print that one off. I apologize for that. But there is a link in the digital online gospel library, Come Follow Me, to read their story, and it takes you to the actual discourses to read what Phoebe said. Now go and read the entirety of their story, not just the little synopsis-sized version in the Come Follow Me manual, because what she said is amazing. She not only sticks by her husband, believes in his faith, has got her own revelation on it, knowing that he's going to lose his job as a minister if he gets baptized and commits to the gospel, that they're going to have to move again, they're going to be poor, they're going to have nothing and start again and be persecuted. And, oh, you're doing the crazy Mormons and Joseph Smith and his gold Bible, right? That's what's going to come. She knows this is going to come. And she says, bring it on. Because no matter what, I'm picking this course. I believe it's the right one. And I'm going to do it because the Lord wants me to do it. And I'm just like, more power to you, Phoebe. You're the woman. And I also love that he completely, like Sidney Rigdon, did not discount the opinion of his wife. He counseled with her. You can see that they were together and equal in their marriage. And back in 1830, that's huge. Just like Emma and Joseph were. And I just like, for our early leaders of the church to be like that, that's, yeah. All right. Verse 4, I'm going to touch on of section 35. This is one of the longer mission calls, but there's just so much goodness in here. Verse 17 is amazing. Link that up with verse 13. They go together. It talks about, like, are you living with faith or without faith? Those are verses 11 to 19. So the difference that makes in your personal life, it's just so many good things. But I want to read verse 4. It says, thou art blessed, for thou shalt do great things. Behold, thou wast sent forth even as John, as in John the Baptist. And it says that in the footnotes. Anyway, John the Baptist, to prepare the way before me, and come before Elijah, which should come, and thou knewest it not. So Sidney Rigdon, who is this amazing preacher. Now he already had a huge congregation. Huge. Not necessarily because of the denomination. They weren't just going to church because, oh, that's the church we go to. They were going to hear him. They wanted to hear Sidney preach. He knew the scriptures inside out. He was a scriptorian of the most highest level. He had orator skills. I'm getting goosebumps talking about this guy. I want to hear him talk one day. I want to hear him preach. He had such a love for God and Jesus Christ. And his whole conversion story is awesome. But he didn't know that he was being prepared. He said he started reading like stuff when he was 14, 12, 14, like as a kid. He would sit under a tree and read. He wanted to read books. He wanted to read the Bible. He wanted to read other books as a kid. Now, back in those days, that's not common that they can even read. And yet his friends even were off playing and said, come. And he's like, no, I just want to read a book. This is not your normal, regular dude, right? This is someone who is special. So he was being prepared, even as John was, to prepare the way before Christ, before Elijah came. But you didn't know about it, Sidney. You didn't know I was preparing you. But now you do. So go forth and do something great. Great. Right? A greater work. That's awesome. So, are you aware the Lord is preparing you for great things? Because He is. And you don't realise it till afterwards. You might not never realise it until we get there, like in the next life, and He's like, yeah, I prepared you for that great thing. That was a great thing. And you're like, really? That was a great thing? Okay. Because what the Lord thinks is a great thing and what we think is a great thing are going to be different. So keep that in mind too. But yeah, from when He was very young, He was prepared. Right now, the Lord's preparing you to do great things. Have you felt this preparation at work? Have you? I felt severely oppressed and through trials, and I'm like, maybe that's preparing me for a great thing. I don't know. Maybe it drives me to read scriptures more, and that's preparing me for a great thing. Who knows? I don't know. And it doesn't matter because I just want to do what the Lord wants me to do. If you choose to do great things, the Lord will show up. And some good examples of that are Moses, Peter, the brother of Jared, Esther, Emma Hale. Yep, absolutely. If you choose to do great things, the Lord will show up. And faith in our weakness is an important part to accomplishing great things. So if you're thinking, I'm not doing great things, I'm weak. And it's like, well, yeah, but you have faith. And actually being weak is being more teachable to go do these great things. It's actually a good thing. It's an important part in accomplishing great things. So, look at Sidney Rigdon. Look at Phoebe Rigdon. They're just awesome. I love them. Sidney has some issues with Joseph Smith at some point, just around non-church matters, and they have a bit of a falling out. But he doesn't lose his faith. So keep that in mind too. And remember that this is the earlier church, not such the great structural thing that it is now, and there was instability financially, and money can cause a lot of problems. And Sidney was doing what he thought was best. And he's just another one, unfortunately, that had to learn the hard way that what is best is not always what you think is best. And even now, we're still struggling to learn that. Even me is still struggling to learn that. All of us. This is another one, long one, sorry. Just on the conference invitation last week, I just loved President Nelson, when he was talking about the plane, saying that the plane engine blew up and he thought he was going to die. And he's on the quorum of the 12, and he's like, this is it, I'm going to die. He had faith that the Lord would protect him going out, but he's like, this is it, I'm going to die. So even he had that moment of like, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. And it actually worked out all right. So I think this is, saying here, he had the faith, he had a moment of like, oh my gosh, but that actually made him stronger and it helped him to accomplish great things. See? All right. So, Elder Bednar, he said this really awesome thing. He said, now is the time to prepare and prove ourselves willing and able to do all things whatsoever the Lord our God shall command us. Now is the time to prepare. And we hear that over and over and over. To do all things that the Lord is going to command us to do, whatever it is. It's time to prepare now for whatever your great thing is going to be. Don't delay. All right. That's me for this week. I'll hopefully see you next week. I don't know what state I'll be in or when it'll get up, but there you go. Love you guys, and thank you for listening to me ramble this week. Sorry, a couple of them are a bit longer than usual. Hopefully that doesn't annoy you too much, and you can feel it, the testimony I have, and prayers get answered, people. They do. And I love you guys, really. I really do. Take care out there. Mwah.